Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and happy new year. It is 2021. This is gonna be my first video of the year and I'm so excited. I haven't been posting frequently because I just don't have the time to post as frequently, but I wanna work on it more this year going into, in 2021. A few things that I want to get off the itinerary is, I'm sorry for the lighting. Looking at the monitor, it doesn't look like, I decided to film with natural light, but it just it went away. So right now it's kind of dark in here. I don't have any other lights. It doesn't look too bad though. I look cute. Another thing that I wanted to get off the itinerary is, before I start my videos, I want to do this little thingy thing with y'all, but I haven't memorized it. But basically all y'all have to do is repeat after me. And do y'all notice something? Your girl got her hair straightened and she has inches. My hair it's a little bit frizzy because I've had it like this for 2 weeks already, but y'all just give me a second. Alright, everyone repeat after me. And I'm gonna do this at the beginning of every video from this video forward. So everyone repeat after me. Y'all didn't repeat after me. Okay, for real. This time for real. Okay. May we all actively seek joy. May we progress. May we show ourselves grace. May the love around us and inside of us be abundant. In Jesus' name, amen. Happy New Year. And I'm going to put the Happy New Year part, but y'all, this is, even if you're not religious, even if you're spiritual, even if you you're just here, this is still your blessings. Quick disclaimer is that femininity, masculinity, it belongs to anybody, regardless of race, gender, etc., or regardless of gender, sexual orientation, etc., it belongs to everyone. Whenever I think of feminine and masculine energy, I think personally I think that it's good for everyone to have a balance within themselves, or find other people, friends or romantic partners that balance you out in that way. I think that sometimes, and I'm for real about to jump into this video, but I think that sometimes we're so caught up on gender roles that, for instance, if you see a man that's straight that has feminine energy qualities where he's very creative, he's very intuitive, that because he's a straight male, we tell him that he needs to find the most feminine woman, but he himself has a lot of feminine energy, so it would make more sense that he's a straight male, so it would make more sense for him to find a woman that has masculine energy to balance him out. And I just want to put that disclaimer that this belongs to anyone. It doesn't have to be set on gender for the purposes of this video, because I'm talking about black femininity content. Black femininity content is a little bit more traditional. I'm going to tell y'all about my baseline thoughts, what I think about it. I'm going to tell you guys what my upbringing is like, whether I grew up in a feminine household, whether I had that feminine influence, and then I'm also going to give you guys the things that I do like, and the things that I don't like about black femininity content. We might touch on hypergamy and we might touch on feminism as well. We'll see as this video progresses. So my general thoughts on femininity, black femininity content here on YouTube, is that I like it. I see the value, I see the importance of it. I think that we as black girls and black women are not always given the space to be feminine, be it our circumstances, where we grow up, how we're treated, if we have brothers in the home. I don't have any brothers, so I can't base my experience off of that, but I have heard a lot that it's quite different as far as black girls and black boys, how they're treated in a lot of black households, how much responsibility we were given as young black girls. I see that a lot. Point number 2 as to why I think that black femininity content is valuable to Black women is that as Black women, as far as like not being able to just rest into our feminine as other races of women may be able to do, is that I think as Black women we're constantly being tried, and we are all our own defense. Other women, they have a defense that's just there for them, and I don't think that we as Black women have that, so we're constantly having to defend ourselves in school, in the workplace, walking down the street. There's always somebody coming at us for some reason.
But you did this for what?
Why not?
Why?
Why not?
Why though?
Quick story that I want to give, and this is just like a random story, but I feel like it would fit into what I'm trying to say. One day I was out with one of my friends. We were at a restaurant and we were like waiting, and this is like pre-pandemic, and we were waiting in line, and this girl proceeds to reach, and I like kind of turned to her and I was like, yo, and just that alone, that made me seem like, even though like I didn't do anything wrong and it was obviously her fault for like trying to pet me, this girl and she was, this girl immediately looked like I hurt her feelings. So you know what the crazy thing is, I'm about to go a little bit off a tangent, but I think that as Black women we're always seen as causing ruckus, I guess, and I think that a lot of us do a lot to avoid that, but people really do try. So this girl, she tried to touch my hair. I looked at her, I was like, yo, I looked at her crazy, and this girl looked like I hurt her feelings. After that, they like looked at each other, like her and her friend. It was just like one giant joke. That in itself made me really upset, because I don't even want to go into it, but y'all can tell why it would make me upset, because like, first of all, I'm not something to be pet. It's rude, like you don't touch what's not yours. But also the fact that this girl, I know that this girl looked hurt because she felt entitled to my hair and that she could just reach and touch it. And second of all, I knew that she was laughing because it was just like any other old thing, and then it just made me look like I was the one who was overreacting, when in reality I wasn't. And I think that I hope that explains my point well, but I feel like Black girls are always put in situations where we have to defend ourselves constantly, and then when we or we have to kind of be on the lookout, and then when we do that, we're seen as people that overreact, we have stigmas put on us, certain stereotypes put on us, that we're angry, when in reality it's like we're just trying to figure it out. We're just trying to defend ourselves because people like really be trying us. And then point number 3 is that I think that the content is valuable because as Black women, we're already seen as like the opposite of what's feminine. As far as like a societal standard, white women are seen to be like the most feminine, the most delicate, the most graceful. So like, who's the opposite of that? It's us, it's Black women, because white women are seen to be the pillar of like, you know, what's the most feminine. We're the opposite. We're not really the opposite, but that's like how society views us, and is masculated a word? We're seen as more masculine automatically, just like off rip. So I think that Black femininity content is nice because it creates like a balance for a lot of Black women. I do have some of my critiques, but we'll get into that later in the video. And now I'm gonna talk about my upbringing and like if I was raised feminine, masculine. I already told y'all like what I think about it. So as far as my upbringing is concerned, my mother is very feminine. If we're talking like energy, that she knows how to use her masculine energy to her advantage. When I look at my mother, I feel that she's pretty feminine, but she does know how to use her masculine energy. She does lean more feminine as far as like just the way that she carries herself. Nails are always done, hair is always done, always looks put together. As far as like me, she's like the type of mother that's always asking, where are your earrings? In the summertime, she's like, why are you wearing sneakers? Why you can wear sandals, get your toes done, blah 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 blah. It's not blah blah blah, but that's like the type of person that my mother is. Now I will say that, oh yeah, and another part is that I have I grew up with my mother and my 2 sisters. I do not have any brothers. Although I've heard of black girls and black women talking about like how it was to have a brother in the home and like how people were treated differently as far as like chores and responsibilities. I can't say anything based off of like gender because we're all girls. My mom did allow me to kind of still do what I wanted to do, so like dress how I wanted to dress. I'm pretty sure, like I'm 110% positive that she loved having girls and like putting like the pretty dresses and the pretty hair thingies. I call them hair thingies, the little hair bobbles, hair barrettes, whatever y'all call them. The little ruffle socks, like we were always in those. She loved putting those types of things on us, and like she just enjoyed having girls, painting our nails. But I remember when I was like I think I was like in 5th grade, and I always had like the cute little beads, the cute little, you know, I had the cute little outfits on. I remember in 5th grade when it was time to buy new shoes, I was like, listen, when it's time to buy new shoes, I said I think what I wanted was all black Air Force Ones.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
Don't judge me, don't judge me. But that's what I wanted, but I didn't know they were called Air Force Ones at the time. But I wanted some black Nikes, so that's what I got. I got all black Nikes. So I was still wearing the skirts, I was still wearing the beads in my hair, but I was just walking around with black Nikes. And I think that, I don't know if like some mothers would have been appalled. They would have been like feminine mothers would have been like, oh my god. My mom wasn't like strict in that aspect, that where she, even though she was feminine, she allowed us to explore like how we wanted to dress and all that stuff. So now I do feel very connected to my femininity. I feel like I'm in the middle, but I do lean slightly more feminine. I don't always do what, like, as far as like the femininity channels would fit into femininity. So like I like do enjoy where, even though I consider myself feminine, like according to like some of the videos, like I enjoy wearing baggy pants. I like wearing my sneakers. I like wearing my Timbs. I love baggy clothes. The whole like Aaliyah aesthetic sutra, aesthetica, the whole like all that, like I remember when I saw Aaliyah. I've never seen Aaliyah obviously, but when I started like really getting into Aaliyah and like really paying attention to her style and things like that, I was like, wow, I want that for me. I want that for me. So like I love, like I'm always in baggy clothes. There was one video that was like, y'all need to ditch the Timbs, and I was like, ditch the Timbs? I'm gonna talk about what I do like. But one thing that I like is that I think that a lot of the femininity content is empowering. They're always encouraging you to be better versions of yourself, to start your feminine journey, to level up, to just do things that will just enhance you and just make you a better individual, make you a better version of yourself. And we always appreciate growth. We always appreciate growth. Probably like my favorite aspect. All the different black femininity channels are a little bit different from each other, but all of them always encourage you to grow and become a better version of yourself, and they give you tips from financial budgeting to just like enhancing your home to self-care tips. Those are some things I can really appreciate. One thing that I don't like is that the channels are, a lot of them, I won't say all of them, but a lot of the channels are quite similar, like really similar. They have same modulation, same speech pattern where they sound, and again, this is not all of them, but quite a few of them sound really similar. And I also think, I don't know, it makes it come off as a bit inauthentic when everyone is doing the same thing. It makes me feel like anybody could make a video and just like put on like this voice. Another thing that I don't like about a lot of the femininity channels is that a lot of the advice is very general. For instance, if they're telling you what colors like to lean towards, they say wear like pinks and wear baby blues and yellows. Maybe you can talk about the undertones. Maybe you can talk about like why that works. Things like that, where you could just, I feel like you could just be more in depth. What other fabrics would you recommend other than silk and satin and lace? Instead of just saying, you know, sometimes you should just let him take the lead. Sometimes you should just, you know, just be submissive. And I know for a fact that like a lot of this content is targeted towards young people, and knowing that, go more into detail explaining what that really means. If I spoke about being submissive, I would explain that it's not about control, but it's about trust, and like trusting that that person can handle business, and that they also allow you to trust them, that they show you that you can trust them, and just things like that, just like general things like that, where I feel like they could require more of an explanation. Or for instance, as far as leaning back, allowing him to take the lead, it's okay to explain that if it's something that you're good at and it's something that you know how to do, like it's okay for you to, you know, do what you do. If you're good with money, it's okay to have your hands in that too. That just because you're a woman, you don't always have to like lean back. And I think that you can still be feminine and still like have more involvement. I think that some of the advice is really questionable. A lot of the feminine, like the Black femininity channels, they tell you that it's not about just like looks and just being pretty, but a lot of them I feel contradict themselves a bit, and they just tell you to kind of sit there, let him take the lead, let him do what he does. And like I said, if you're good with money and like finances and things like that, like why should you just sit there? A lot of the things that were questionable also had to do with how to dress more feminine. I've heard that you shouldn't wear your hair too big. I heard that you shouldn't wear sneakers. I heard that, you know, stay away from the Timbs. I heard that stay away from long bright nails, which I have right now. But see, I still consider myself to be pretty feminine. I still feel that I present pretty feminine. As far as just like feminine qualities, I'm gonna put them somewhere here. I didn't bring my notebook. The reason I'm reading off my phone because I forgot my notebook where I had more notes. It's okay to say that certain things don't fit into my video just stopped. But back to what I was saying before, I think it's okay to say that certain elements of how women like to dress, of like how women like to wear their hair, how they like to wear their nails, etc., etc., it's okay to say that it doesn't fit into that specific aesthetic. But going into my next point, a lot of the channels are really chastising. I think they're even rude, where they'll go as far as to say, you know, that's not ladylike, that's not, you know, that's ghetto, that's this, that's that, this, that, and the third. When it's like, you don't have to say all that. Just say that it doesn't fit into the aesthetic. I personally, when it comes to colorful hair, when it comes to nails, I think like a lot of women really express themselves through their nails, have like a lot of self-expression decorating their nails, and have a lot of fun with that. And it's a little bit of a stretch to say that, because some women like sneakers or enjoy wearing sneakers, because some women can wear sneakers and heels, and baby, they're still feminine. I think it's a stretch to say that if you like wearing long nails, or if you like wearing color in your hair, colorful wigs, colorful braids, that you're just cut out, like you're just not feminine. And I think when you give that type of advice, one, it makes a lot of women feel like they just don't belong in in that space. And like I said before, I think it's good for this type of content to exist, and I think it would create a lot of balance, but it is a bit difficult when there's so many things that you have to check off the list to just be in the space in the first place. I'd like to see more plus size women. I think that the videos where they just talk, where they show pictures, they do quite a good job showing a lot of different variations of Black women with different skin tones, and like we see braids, we see wigs, we see natural hair. But I would love to see more plus size women. Personally, and this is just me nitpicking, personally I like the videos where the women show themselves more, and just because there is a lot of talk about how you present yourself, I prefer videos where I can see like the person, I can see their space, but that does not mean that I don't see value in videos that are podcast style. That's the word I was looking for, podcast style. And then what else did I want to get into? Feminism, femininity, they clash. They clash. I didn't know this at first, but like they do. Do I consider myself to be a feminist? Yes, more so a womanist, but in essence, I just want women to have equal opportunity, to have control of their bodies, and to do what it is that they want to do without like old white men in suits telling them what they want, what they can and can't do. And this means I support you. If you want to be a homemaker, that's great. If you want to work in corporate America, that's great. If you want to have your own business, that's great. If you want to be an interior designer, that's great. Whatever. If you want to start an OnlyFans, I really don't care. That's great. If you want to shave every inch of your body, that's great. If you don't like to shave, that's great. Like personally, I really don't care. And then as far as hypergamy is concerned, and like both I know this is just like a tiny part, but both feminism and hypergamy, if people want to see more of, I want to see like a video about what I really think and more in-depth thoughts. I cannot I cannot say that word, oh my goodness. But if you guys want to get a video on that, just comment below, let me know what's up. But as far as hypergamy is concerned, listen, I'm here for it. I know it makes a lot of people mad. I know a lot of people comment that, you know, women are gold diggers or whatever. I don't see it that way. I think that what I always think of when I think about hypergamy is that it's very traditional. Like it really is. We hear about how a lot of men, I stumbled upon, now I'm not even gonna say anything, but you always hear about how men talk about how, or a lot of men, not all men, but a lot of men talk about how they want, you know, traditional women. They want women to make a house a home, to clean, to cook, etc. And that's what a lot of traditional women do, but a lot of traditional women are hypergamous. If you think about how people say, you know, women from back in the day, they did all this and they did all that, and you know, they came through for us and they was the real ones. They were hypergamous too, so I don't see the issue. A woman that wants to be a hypergamist, then it's good to know that you would probably be in the home cooking and cleaning and raising the children, being someone else's safe place, being someone else's calm space, like as a woman with your feminine energy. But also like for a man, you're the provider. And that's like, I don't understand. I don't understand the big debacle when it comes to hypergamy and why people hate it so much, because it's the most traditional thing ever and that's what everyone says that they want. But yeah, I think this is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching this video. Y'all be free to leave your comments down below. You don't have to agree with me. I will still enjoy reading your comment. You can agree with me, you can add some input, tell me what you think. I'd love to hear it. So yeah, what else? Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. That's kind of important, and I'll try to be more consistent. After this video, like I said before, or I didn't say, I don't remember, but after this video I do have a vlog that I'm going to be posting, and we'll just keep the content rolling. So bye.